All right, all right, all right. That's my Matthew McConaughey impression for the day. We're going to get right into our Facebook Live because we are a little bit late today. My work schedule kind of delayed this, so I apologize to everybody out there who's looking forward to seeing me, and probably more so Sarah White at 4 o'clock. So we have a very, very, very special guest today, Sarah White from Lost Dog Cafe. And she's special for so many reasons, but I think I think the main reason is that this is her very first Facebook Live interview. So I hope this can this will be a good experience for you, and you will enjoy it, Sarah. And you will continue to do a lot of these in the future because they are a lot of fun. As anybody who is tuning into these, I would hope, thinks. I try to make them entertaining. So I'm just going to get right into it. Sarah White is from the Lost Dog Cafe. She is going to tell you a little bit about herself and the restaurant, and then I'm just going to be asking her some questions, and then we're also going to talk about the affiliation that the restaurant chain has with dog rescue operations in the area. So Sarah, I'm turning it over to you.
All right. So thank you, Jean, for that great, probably not completely well-deserved introduction there, but I do appreciate it nonetheless. I do run 3 of the 5 Lost Dog Cafes here in Northern Virginia. We are only in Northern Virginia. I have South Arlington, which is on Columbia Pike, Dunloring, which is in the Mosaic District, and in Tyson's Corner, the McLean location. So keeps me pretty busy with those 3. And I should also mention Cowboy Cafe, a little shout out to them. They're with us also.
So can you tell everybody a little bit about Lost Dog Cafe that doesn't know about it? Because I was actually surprised to hear about how many different pizza and sandwich options you guys have. I mean, it's insane. It's like Cheesecake Factory with their like 50 cheesecakes. So tell everybody about that.
Well, the number one question I get is, do you serve people or do you serve dogs? Because Lost Dog Cafe, you'd be amazed. And I didn't go when I first moved to the area because I wasn't sure either. But we do definitely serve people. We do have a dog menu if you're on the patio with your pet. You should know that. We also have 30 pizza options, 50 sandwich options, about 10 pizzas, about 10 pastas, and a full dessert menu. So we're going to find something for everybody, but I definitely recommend you have an appetizer because you've got a lot to look through if you haven't done your homework.
Yeah, I started to do my homework one time when I was thinking about having it delivered, which we will talk about in a minute. And I was just I had to put my phone down because there were so many options. I didn't even know where to start. But that's a good thing because like I have this weird habit of like I'll try to work my way through the whole menu, and I'm like, no, we gotta call Lost Dog Cafe again because I gotta try this sandwich and I gotta try this pizza and we gotta try this one. So
do you take a menu and check them off as you go so that you can remember which ones?
I do, yeah.
Nice. I really think you do that, and then I'm like, I don't remember where I was.
I do that, and then I will order the same thing that I had before because I think that I ordered the other one because I was trying to decide. Like I did this at a Thai restaurant one time. I'm like, well, I'll get the spicy Thai special, and I really wanted like I don't know, but like there were 2 like spicy chicken dishes, and then the next time we went, I was like, all right, I'm gonna try that thing that I didn't try before, and it came out and it was the exact same thing, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to come back.
Well, you just have to eat there again. That's
exactly. So
if you're trying our menu, and I have been working my way through it some, you'd think at this many years I would have it down. I've been with us off and on for 4 years now, and I have not even probably hit half of the menu because there's a few things that I love, and when you're really hungry, you just want what you know you love. So I should work on that more.
Yeah, I tend to do the same thing too. Well, what's your favorite thing on the menu?
The white 2 pizza is my favorite, and I've never been a fan of white pizzas, but we make our own garlic butter sauce that we put on the crust, and of course we make our crust in-house, and then there's 4 different kinds of cheese on it, topped with fresh basil. It tastes like Italian cheese bread, kind of, which is my jam. That's my thing.
It sounds really good. I'm going to have to go check this place out sometime. Oh, so speaking of checking it out, can you tell everybody where your location, so you manage a few of them. Can you tell everybody about where all the different locations are?
Yes. So like I mentioned, my 3 are Tyson's Corner. It's on Anderson Road. There's also Dunloring, which is going to be in Mosaic, but not in main Mosaic. It's up more by like Blackfin and Passionfin. There's Columbia Pike, which is one of my locations. And then if you venture out past that, you've got the original location in North Arlington, which is on Washington Boulevard in the Westover neighborhood. I've been there for 25 years, used to be Gourmet Pizza Deli, amazing location with a lot of history. And then our newest location is in Alexandria.
Oh, we're in Alexandria. That's
I've been
okay.
there a couple times, but I'm sorry, I don't know it off the top of my head.
That's okay. I'm in Centerville, so I'll probably just come to yours in Mosaic District instead of
As I say,
Alexandria.
Dunloring's the closest to you. I know I've looked that up.
All right, so everybody probably is wondering what's going on with restaurants because, oh, just so everybody knows, we are recording this on, what is it? July 29th, 2020. So we are still, I don't know if we're in the middle of it, but we're going through the phases of reopening, and people, I think, are still confused about what to expect at different restaurants. So can you tell everybody, patio versus non-patio, what they can expect when they go to your restaurant, to any of the Lost Dog cafes?
Absolutely. So if you go to either of the Arlington locations, we only have dine-in, carry-out, or delivery. If you go to Alexandria has a beautiful patio, as does Dunloring. We've actually extended our patio at McLean. So 3 out of 5, you'll have a patio where you're welcome to bring your dog with you, sit outside, bring some friends, open air, and get full service as well. We do offer delivery at all of our locations. We have carry-out at all of our locations, and we do curbside for, I believe, 4 out of the 5. I know South Arlington doesn't have an area in the front where you can stop, but we do curbside also as an option when you order, and we'll bring it right out to you. Of course, all of our staff are wearing masks, wearing gloves. We're constantly sanitizing, especially door handles or bathroom areas. I'll be quite clear, we were very clean and very sanitary before this happened. We just increased from 30 minutes in the bathroom checks to 15 and that sort of thing, just to make sure that we're covering everything constantly. And of course, masks are new for everybody, but they are wearing them even where you can't see, even in the kitchen where they're making your food and this sort of thing. The only reason I'm in a store without a mask right now is I actually have a door shut in a separate room. So we're being very, very careful and very cognizant about taking care of our guests and our staff.
Okay. Well, that's awesome that you say that, and it's good to know about the cooks in the kitchen because I understand, and I'm sure everybody understands that it gets really hot in there and probably is not comfortable. So, I mean, I and other people have talked, and we, some people assume that, people who work in the kitchen are not wearing the masks just because it's so hot, which I understand, but it's good to hear that they are, because I think that probably will allay some concerns from some people.
We've added increased breaks. So, they take breaks pretty frequently anyway, but we've made sure that, every 20, 30 minutes, get off the line for a few minutes, cool off, go get something to drink. Plenty of ice water going around. They're very careful to get their gloves off, wash their hands, coming back in. You've touched your mask to take it off to get a drink, washing your hands again, putting on fresh gloves. So it was a lot of training. It was a lot of getting everybody in the habit, but our staff has actually had no complaints about wearing the masks because they understand the importance of taking care of each other as well as our guests.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's very important, and that's good to know. So I've been looking at that picture behind you. It's really cute.
Tyson's Mall.
Oh,
She redid. Jessica Lovelace does our art for our store. She is fabulous, and she painted McLean location when they were doing the Tyson's Mall. I think they were remodeling it at that point, and she got really inspired by it and made our back room look like Tyson's Mall with all of the stores and all of the dogs shopping. And instead of Gap, we have Yap and things like that. So it's really cool.
oh, that's cute. I want to see all of them, but
You go to Merrifield, it's the history of Merrifield. So the one in Dunloring, Mosaic, if
uh-huh.
you walk around, it's got, why Gallows Hill was named that. It's got why, and it's just got different little history, but it's got fun little, doggy things put in, and it's a really cool location. South Arlington has has a beach theme in the back of a bunch of dogs playing on a beach. So there's different themes for each store, but they all have lots of dog themed or animal themed mosaics.
Okay, that's cool. Before we get into the dog theme, I know Marvin Powell is watching. So Marvin, if you have any questions or you want to chime in, feel free. And I forgot to say to everybody, feel free to type any questions into the comments and we'll try to get them answered. And if you're watching this later, still you type something in the comments and I'm sure Sarah will be able to answer whatever question you have, because we're going to be talking about some really interesting things today in addition to just the restaurant. So as a segue, Sarah, can you tell us how the restaurant got its name, Lost Dog Cafe?
Absolutely. This is my favorite question. So we used to be Gourmet Pizza Deli, which I mentioned from North Arlington, and we needed to franchise out and come up with a name that was going to go with our franchise. Our owner, Pam McGowie, had started a rescue for Lost Dog and Cat Rescue Foundation and said, hey, what if we team these two things up? You know, who doesn't love pizza and who doesn't love dogs? That's kind of where we're at. So we paired those as a natural pairing, and we give a portion of all of our proceeds from all of our restaurants to Lost Dog and Cat Rescue from Lost Dog Cafe. And that's how we ended up with our name.
So any purchase, part of those proceeds go to the Lost Dog and Cat Rescue.
Absolutely. Every month, we are one of the major contributors for the rescue. They have, if you've not been to Lost Dog Rescue, right now they're doing it virtually, but generally they have lots of dogs, an open area, and once this COVID stuff is over and you can get back over there, it is so much fun to go over there and play with the dogs, and they love the interaction. And we also foster them out. So if you're ever looking to be a foster parent for a dog, maybe not ready to fully commit, but want a dog for a loving home while they're waiting for their forever home, please come fill out an application at Lost Dog Cafe or at lostdogrescue.org, and they would love to help you out with that. Right now, they're actually doing something really cool, which I want to get them to talk to you about at some point, but you do everything online. So you get to meet the doggy online. You get an adoption counselor that's going to go through the entire adoption with you and each step and do the interview with you, and then set up a time with the foster parent for you to meet the dog in person and see if it's a match. And so they're pivoting to be really cool.
That's really cool. So you can meet the dog before you actually adopt it. It's just that you go through the process virtually first to kind of narrow, instead of just like going into a place and playing with a bunch of different dogs, right?
Right. Ordinarily, you could come in and see all of them and go, okay, I want to play with this dog for a little while. Since we really can't do that right now, you get to go through their pictures online, kind of see what dogs you're looking at. And then as you go through the process with your adoption counselor, they will set up time for you to meet your potential future family member in person.
That's really cool. I laugh because I have never owned a dog, but I'm actually thinking about getting a puppy. Well, I don't know if I should say puppy, but maybe a dog that's like 1 or 2 years old. I did not know that there were adoption counselors. Is that a thing for adoption?
It's a new thing.
Okay. So is that a thing during COVID, or is that a lost dog rescue thing?
I believe that is a new thing for COVID, but it's going so well that I think they're going to continue it. Like, it's really been a good way to get everybody involved and to get everybody on the same page and keep everything, safe and organized.
Well, that's good, and it's probably also really good for people that haven't gone through the process before, because trying to go through it, even pre-COVID, was, I'm sure, difficult and scary, and people didn't know the questions to ask. But it'd be nice to have somebody there to kind of hold your hand and tell you, walk you through the process and probably answer any questions that you have about either the process or getting a dog in general, right?
Yes, and they are so knowledgeable. Many people have been with us for so many years, and they get to know the dogs. One of the things that we do, there's a lot of high kill shelters in the South. I don't know if you know that, right? It's just a fact of life. So what we do is we have 3 large vans, and they can now call us and say, hey, we're overrun. We're at that point. Can you help us out? And our team actually takes the vans down, loads up all the dogs, and brings them up here and find them homes. So it's really cool to be participating in, dogs that are really not looking like a bright future, to get to bring them up here to this whole new world. And our rescue volunteers get to make a connection with those animals, and they get to know them, and they get to tell you about the dog that you're inquiring about and their personality. And we have a particular dog that likes to be dressed up in clothes, and they're looking for somebody who will keep her in the style that she's accustomed, and they make it so much fun. They really are great at what they do.
That's awesome. Yeah, I absolutely love when animals are dressed up like people and have costumes on. And I know animals hate it, but like that to me is so cute. Like, if I'm in a bad mood, just so everybody knows, all the people that are watching, and Marvin, you remember this, if I'm in a bad mood, show me a picture of like a cat dressed as like Santa Claus or something. I'm not kidding. Like, I'm serious.
We will note that. My favorite thing is, you get stressed out at work. There's days that several things go wrong and you don't know how to bring yourself back to the center sometimes. And I will go to one of my stores with a patio on it and play with somebody's dog. Like, it's the best thing on earth to have the patio and the ability for people to bring their pets. And everybody loves that you love their pet, so it works out great. And I think that's the highlight of my job. I love working in the kitchen. I love waiting tables. It's how I started, but I really like coming out and petting your dog.
Well, I'm sure everybody's okay with that because that it's the Lost Dog Cafe. So,
well, I usually have dog bones and a dog bowl with water with me, so it's a win-win.
Oh, okay, perfect. Now, I do have to mention some comments that Marvin made. He said he needs to do his homework. I think that's when we were talking about the menu. He also, I said, asked us some questions. He said, how did you two become so wonderful? I got nothing for you, Marvin. I don't know.
Good genes? I don't, that's where we're going to have to go with that. I don't know. Ironically, genes, I like it.
Never heard that one before, Sarah.
I love the dad jokes. I love the obvious ones, the low-hanging fruit for jokes.
Well, good to know. I'll remember that with you next time we talk.
Your cats, I'm dad jokes. Cats and clothes and dad jokes. That's how to cheer us up. Now we know.
Well, more so dogs with me. But yeah, cats,
Okay.
dogs, and dad jokes. Got it. Marvin also said, I definitely need counseling. Can I get that without the dog?
We'll make some calls. You never know. They might put you up for adoption, though, because that's what they do. I'm not sure how you feel about that.
Yeah, Marvin asks some questions sometimes where, I don't know, maybe you do need to do some more homework because I don't know how to respond to some of these questions. I think Lost Dog Cafe can only help you to a certain extent, Marvin. So if you want food,
I think Marvin likes to keep us on our toes. I think that's his whole goal in life.
he does. He does like to keep us on our toes. And I know he's watching and I know there's a delay. So I'm wondering what comment is going to come next.
While we have the chance, I should definitely give a shout out to my nieces Kylie and Trinity, who will be tuning in to watch us, and their friend Madison, who works for my GM at South Arlington, who is also going to be tuning in to see us. And I told them I'd say hi. So my first slide.
Kylie Madison, and who was the other one?
Trinity.
Oh, those are really cool names. And Trinity, right? There was 3 names: Kylie, Madison, Trinity. Hello. I'm sure that tens of thousands of people are going to hear your names being mentioned on my wonderful program here. So you get a shout out in front of the entire world.
Hey, when you're preteens, that's the most amazing thing ever. So we did that.
Yes. So Kylie, Madison, Trinity. There you go. You got like 3 shout outs there. Marvin, he typed something, but there's nothing there. It's just a blank comment. I think this is really interesting because I'm kind of, I don't know what the word is, but I don't want to say ignorant, but when it comes to dogs, I've never had one. So in wanting to adopt one, I've been wanting to for a while, but then during COVID, I decided that I wanted to, and I know things have changed. I've been calling a lot of places trying to figure out, what can I do? Because being a person who's never really been around a dog before, I want to be able to, play with them and stuff, just because I'm probably more nervous than other people going into it. Because not having been around dogs, I might not know, the things to look for that would be a good fit for me or, bad for my particular living situation. So it's, I'm really glad that you mentioned that you actually have an opportunity to meet the dog, even though the whole process starts virtual, because I think a lot of people don't know that. I don't know how many other people have been looking into adopting a dog or cat, but there's not really a lot of information online about that, at least not that I can find.
Well, and it's also something that, the adoption, foster parent can meet you at a dog park somewhere or meet you out somewhere where it's very open air and very safe for everybody, which is nice. And then you get to play with the dog for a bit and see what you think. But the adoption counselors, even before then, are going to talk about your living situation. They're going to talk about what might be best and steer you in the right direction, because they want a perfect fit for you and for the animal. So I think that it's a cool way that they're doing it right now. I think that it's very beneficial. Just for informational purposes, I just looked up the stats, and 1,629 adoptions so far in 2020. Lost Dog Rescue. That's more so much more than any other year in the past. So for COVID, like you said, it's been a little more of a challenge, but it's also been that people are home more and
Hmm.
don't know, how long this is going to be that they're going to get to work from home and want a friend, want a companion. So it's worked out really, really well to find a lot of dogs loving homes. I should also mention that it's not just dogs. We have a bunch of cats at the rescue at the moment. So if you're a cat person, we got you covered there too. I've seen them taking some, or heard of them taking in some other random pets, so you never know what might be on the horizon. You got to check out the website.
Right, that's awesome. So definitely at some point, either during the show when we're done, Sarah, you can put a link so people can go and check that out, because I think a lot of people are going to be very interested. And you mentioned
Absolutely.
something that's interesting. A lot of people are working from home, and even if we do go back to normal working, whatever that is, it's I've heard that being a new pet owner, or even if you have experience with pets, but you bring a new one into your home that's not used to you, you have to kind of be around for a while so that I've heard get used to you. So it's best to do it at a time when you can be home and more available. So I don't know, like the psychological benefits for the animal, or so they don't tear the place up. I don't know. I've just heard that it's better. I mean, but realistically, can people always do that with full-time jobs? No. But this is
Right.
probably a good time for a lot of people, maybe, who had been thinking about it because they are home more, or they have the ability to be home more because their job would let them work from home. Do you think?
I think that that's probably spot on. Like getting to be at your house with an animal. I mean, and who wants to leave their brand new dog and go to work? Like that's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking after you've had them for years and they're giving you the puppy dog eyes. So brand new. Like you want to be there. You want to see them get used to the place and get used to you. And so it's got to be helpful. Now that a lot of people are home more, to have that time with their pets they wouldn't ordinarily have, making it a really a cool time to adopt right now.
Yeah. And it will be hard to once you get used to the animals being around, to go back, but it's probably
Right.
better for the animal, to be able to have that time, just with the
Well,
people getting used to them.
they say animals are getting very stressed from their owners being home so many hours a day. I don't know how true that is. I read it online. You know how that goes. But they say that it can be very stressful for the animals, for the people to be home with them. So I'm sure that they're going to appreciate that time once we get through COVID of, okay, house to myself. So
There you go. They're
I
probably
get both
more
worlds.
like people than we think. It's like, all right, I've had enough, 8 hours.
I love
Well,
you, but you can go.
exactly.
So the other thing that we're looking at for the rescue is we normally do a cool event called Pause Vegas every year.
Oh, I
And
love it already. I love the silly puns.
it's great. And we do it at a local brewery usually, and we brew a beer, which we have a beer on all the time that a dollar from every one of those beers goes to the rescue. But whatever brewery we're doing that with, we normally have an event with them and give you funny money to play poker with and have a lot of cool prizes and gifts and giveaways. And this year, not an option. So we're looking at other cool ways that we could do our fundraisers. So if anybody happens to see this and has a great idea, we are looking for ideas. We need to, keep our donations going out for the year as we continue to take in more animals.
Hmm. There's no way it can be done outside.
That's one option, but usually the number of people we get is enough that we would need so much space to keep the social distancing.
Mhm.
So we're throwing around ideas right now, trying to see what's going to work.
Hmm. I will think about this because I would love to attend an event called Pause Vegas. That
Right?
sounds
I
cute.
went last year. It was a blast.
Yeah, because I'm going to think about this. Any of you guys that are watching, and I know you're watching because you're leaving comments, feel free to give Sarah any suggestions for what they can do for Pause Vegas now, or any ways that it can go virtual in some capacity. There's got to be a way, because we gotta have that event this year so we can keep supporting the dogs, so people can help them find homes and foster homes.
Absolutely.
So Seti, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry. Said animals help with mental health, and
Yeah, absolutely.
Russ McIntosh, shout out to Russ McIntosh, said what a great community we have.
We
Yeah.
love being part of the community. That's the most fun part is, we like knowing our guests that come in, and we have a lot of regulars, and we get to participate in food bank things that are going on. And we also have the rescue, and we love partnering with, if you are someone who does PTA for a school, looking for ways to raise funds, that sort of thing. There's a great way that we partner with somebody to do that. We would love to hear from you. We would love to set up an event for you where a portion of proceeds for the day go to your PTA or to whatever it is that you happen to be doing. So that's always fun, and we get to meet a lot of cool people, and hit me up for those.
That is a really good idea. Collaborating with other people to help their organization, and they can help you and work together. Marvin,
Absolutely.
do you like that collaborating for a win-win outcome? A lot of Marvin's old live videos lately. So I'm going to throw in the Marvin references anytime I can.
Nice.
But Seti from, I know Seti's from the martial arts studio. She said that we can help with fundraisers and said to call her.
Terica, yeah. I love working with Terica. So we're working on setting things up now.
Oh, is it Terica? Well,
yeah, that's Terica.
It says instructor Seti there.
Yeah.
Okay. Terica. Put your contact information. Well, do you have her information?
I do.
Oh, okay. Well, still, Terica, put your information in there anyway in case somebody else wants to contact you about a fundraiser. And this is really awesome because I think things like this, people don't necessarily think, oh, I should contact, so-and-so from this business to help with a fundraiser. So,
right.
So this is awesome. People are already collaborating. This is great. Who else can I get to collaborate? This is like
on Columbia Pike, it's really cool. They do a buy a neighbor lunch program for some people that may be having trouble making ends meet, need lunches and that sort of thing. And the funds that they've raised, they go through a couple of different restaurants, and we're lucky enough to be one of them that we get to provide that food every week. So we love anybody that we can partner with in the community. We do a buy a nurse lunch program and prepare lunches for the hospital and lots of cool stuff.
Okay, that's really awesome.
It's funny, you never think of it. We got Kaiser is right beside our location at in Tyson's Corner, and they did a pizza for good. Was a big promo that they did on some of our third-party vendors, and we got to be the one that provided pizza for all of Kaiser, and that was really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
We love our frontline workers.
Yeah, we all do. So it's really awesome that you're doing that. Does anybody have if you have any other questions for Sarah or her business or the dog rescue or the fundraisers, type a question in the comments and we'll try to get to them. But I think this is really awesome, Sarah. I'm glad that you came on to tell everybody about this because, whether or not people knew about the restaurant, they might not have known about the connection to the dog rescue. And additionally, they might not have known about the fundraisers and the Paws Vegas, which I think is awesome. That's probably the first thing I'm going to remember about this whole thing, Paws Vegas. So I just want to remind everybody, if you have any ideas for fundraisers or want to help Sarah in any way, leave a message in the comments or contact her. Obviously, you can, click on her name and you will be able to connect with her immediately. So if anybody has any more questions about the dog rescue or the restaurant, let us know. Sarah, is there anything else that you wanted to share with everybody?
I think that I have covered more than I planned on from the rescue and from the restaurant. So I look forward to, if anybody has a question and pops it on there, I'll be in and out later, checking in, making sure to cover anything.
Okay. So tell me again let me see if I remember. 30 pizzas and 50 sandwiches?
Yes. Oh, and we have a menu change on Monday.
Oh, no. I was with the old one. What's changing?
Very little, very little. So we're changing 2 of the pizzas, and we're trading them out for other pizzas. So we'll still have plenty for you to try. And then we changed, I believe, 2 of the sandwiches. So it's not a huge change, and still keep working your way through and just add those on the end. It'll be good.
Okay.
If you like our Phoenix chicken and avocado and the Roddy sandwich, the whole thing that comes on a number 11, we're making it into a pizza. It was so popular, we're now going to do a pizza with it as well.
So can you tell me which ones you're phasing out? Because I want to try to go get that this weekend.
All right, so the Demar pizza, which is scallops, shrimp, and crab meat with onions and peppers. We're removing
that one anyway.
That was a very niche group.
I like meat, the four meat, the four horsemen of the apocalypse type thing, meat or the bacon, ham, sausage, Italian sausage.
We got you there. So you're definitely going to be covered. We're not removing any of those pizzas, those style pizzas, which there are several. If you like jalapenos, I recommend the Pitbull for what you said. It's a little spicy with salami, ham, bacon. It's the works. You're going to love it. But we're adding a pizza to replace that. That's going to be a crab meat and Old Bay pizza. So we're still going to have a seafood option for our seafood friends. We're testing out some Old Bay. That seems to be a flavor favorite here lately. So we'll see what happens. I see that face you're making.
Yeah, I don't really get the Old Bay obsession, but I've got 29 other pizzas that I can eat. So I'm good. And the white pizza that you mentioned that you said was your favorite, that looked really good when I was looking at the menu. You know what I'm going to actually do? And I will, disclaimer, as I'm sure everybody knows, I'm a lawyer. I am not a producer. I just play one on my Facebook Live. So I am trying something new here. I am going to try pulling up the menu and seeing if I can share it on this live. And if my eyes roll over, yep, let's see. Just bear with me for just like 2 seconds, guys, and let's see if I can do this. Share screen. Share screen. Come on. Can you guys see
yeah.
you? All
there
right.
We go.
I learned something new today. So let's see. I'm in appetizers. Let's go to pizzas. Gourmet.
If you want another fun fact, there's French fries and dog colors, which is what we call our onion rings that you were looking at right there. Those are baked, not fried. We don't have a fryer. Those actually go through our pizza ovens and they are baked. They are still delicious, but you get to feel a little less guilty about it. We won't tell your taste buds that we didn't deep fry them.
That is awesome. Are you guys looking at the menu? Hummus, I love hummus too. Garlic cheese bread and marinara, black bean dip, green dog dip. Okay, I won't describe all of them because this live will go for 2 hours. I just wanted everybody to see. I mean, this food looks so good. And let's look at the pizzas, guys. Oh, buffalo barbecue chicken. Oh, I'm hungry. Can you tell? Look at all these pizzas. Look how good. Cheese steak, donkey. Oh my gosh. Oh, the Great Pyrenees. Oh, that's so cute. I love the punny names.
We try to stay on theme, so our drinks, our food. Pam is very passionate about making sure that it's all on theme.
Cujo pie. This is
the mountain cur is one that I would encourage you to try. It looks like it would cover a lot of the things that you love.
Oh, it's just all meat. I'm good. Reserve one for me right now. Pitbull pie, Polynesian, Ricky Ricotta, Rin Tin Tin. You guys, you hear my voice elevating? Like it really doesn't take much to make me happy.
And then you can see my pizza down there. The white tea is coming up.
This one, the white pizza.
White pizza too. That's my go-to. Next one over to the right.
There are 2 white pizzas.
This one has basil.
Yogi the Labs pie. That's so cute. All right. So you guys see all the different pizza options. I mean, this is insane. I'm scrolling. I want to see the sandwiches because, guys, there are 50 sandwiches, specialty sandwiches. I literally, when I was thinking about ordering this, but I don't think I'm in the delivery zone, I couldn't decide which one to get. I was overwhelmed. Guys, look at this. Look at all these sandwiches. Bulldog, Carolina dog, the Greyhound, Canine.
And if you don't see the ingredients that you like in the sandwich the way that you want them, you can create your own. Any of those ingredients are available.
Well, don't tell me that because then it's going to add I can't. I'm a lawyer. I can't do math. I can't even imagine how many different combinations of sandwiches I could come up with.
Yeah, I'm not a mathematician. I couldn't do that one.
Eye of the Tiger. That's cute. Cane Corso. El Paso Pup Purebred. You're going to sell me just on the names. Fighting Chihuahua. Interesting.
Nice and spicy.
Big dog. Groovy dog. Okay, guys, I'm glad that I did this. I apologize to everybody who was on a live before that I didn't pull up your website, but I just got the idea. See, it's a learning experience. The Fat Molly, that's cute. Lola Lab, the hound dog. Buffalo Beagle. Okay. Well, I will be there this weekend. And are you replacing any of these sandwiches?
Let's see, the sandwiches, I believe we traded out to you. I'd have to look at my notes again to see
It's
which two they
okay.
were.
It's okay. It's okay. But if you guys cannot find a sandwich out of all these, then you can make your own.
Yeah, exactly. There's all of those ingredients are available. Talk to us, we'll hook you up.
Ooh, Reese's
If
peanut
you,
butter pie.
that's what I was gonna say. I would be 10 pounds lighter if we did not sell that pie.
You know, chocolate and peanut butter is the best combination ever. And my favorite ice cream is chocolate peanut butter and chocolate peanut butter gelato. I am giving so much information on like how to win me over. It's pictures of animals dressed as people, chocolate peanut butter ice cream, and meat pizza. And with Sarah, oh, the dad jokes.
Dad jokes, yeah.
All right, all right, I figured that out live. I shouldn't have said anything. I should have just done it and nobody would know that I didn't know what I was doing.
No, you did it flawlessly. Great job.
So in the future, anybody that doesn't see this video will think that I just knew it.
Exactly.
All right, so you guys saw all of those. I'm also going to put a link to the menu here because seriously, like when I heard 50 sandwiches and 30 pizzas, that's so awesome. And again, like I'm starving right now. It's almost dinner time. So anyway, I was asking you if there was anything else you wanted to share, and then I went off on a tangent with the menu. So is there anything else that you want people to know about your restaurant or the dog rescue before we sign off for the day? And before you answer that, we will be putting links to everything in the comments, everybody.
Right. I mean, I just want people to interact with us. So if there's a fundraiser we can help you with, if there's a dog that we can help get you to the rescue to meet in person, if there's whatever it is that we can do for you, reach out to us. We love being part of the community. I'm really blessed to have met a lot of cool people, you, Marvin, Terica, the whole crew, and just really anything that we can do to continue meeting more people and being more part of the community we're in.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. So you guys heard Sarah. So anybody that wants to collaborate or work with Lost Dog Cafe or the dog rescue in some way, reach out to her. So I want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in, and Marvin for always keeping us entertained, and for Russ McIntosh. Russ is awesome. I can't even explain all the things that Russ does, but Russ has been a big help with my book. So just wanted to give him a shout out. And to Sarah, thank you so much for taking the time to join me today. Holy moly. I know we said we were going to go 15 to 20 minutes, but we've been on here 38 minutes. It never feels like that long when I do this. And anytime I talk to Sarah, the time just flies by. So thank you so much for taking your time and telling everybody about your business. I really like doing this because I think I learned something new about everybody. And I think everybody has learned something new. There might be people out there that didn't know these things. And then congratulations on your first Facebook Live. The first time I went live on Facebook, I think I just did it myself, and I was terrible. I just put the phone in front of my face. So you were awesome. Like
Oh, thank you. You make it easy though. I've been watching yours. I haven't missed any since we met. I don't think. I love watching your lives, and I probably would not have been brave enough to do it had I not seen you be so flawless at it. So thank you for having me.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, you were awesome. I wouldn't say flawless, but I'll take the compliment, I guess. I like talking to my friends and talking to awesome people. So you make it easy too. So
thank
you.
you.
Thank you for being here, and love to have you back again. Or if you want to connect me with the actual dog rescue, I'm sure everybody would love to talk to them too.
Awesome.
So thanks so much for your time. Sarah, I am going to end the broadcast, but you don't go anywhere. So
Okay.
one of the little tricks that it's not really a trick, but
All right.
I just want to tell everybody. All right. So I will see you guys all later. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments and we'll get to them. But have a good day. Bye, everybody.
Bye.